So today, ladies, I'm bringing you straight fire. I'm telling you how it is. I'm telling you the things that people haven't been telling you. All right. I am the founder of WTFU. That's Wake the Families Up. Or if you want to say Wake the F Up, that's fine too. And WACDA, which is Women and Children Defense Alliance. Ladies and gentlemen, if there's boys here, we're bringing you straight fire. And guys, you know what? As I'm talking to the ladies, you can reflect on yourself. Okay, this is about why most women waste their calling trying to play it safe. Ladies, have you been trying to play it safe? In this episode, me, Tina Parker, your host, faith-led leader and disruptor, Tina Parker exposes. I need someone to say this part, not me. One of the most dangerous traps women fall into, and that is playing it safe. Okay, we've all been there. Okay, none of us have not been there. But comes a time when you hear something new and you go, oh my gosh, that's me. I need to stop playing it safe. Okay, so if that's you, own it, but then learn new things. Okay, that's why I'm here. Most women haven't or weren't taught how to walk in their calling. They were taught how to be agreeable, quiet, chosen, approved. You felt like you had to be approved, right? Or you had to be chosen. You can choose yourself. You can approve yourself. You know you have Yahweh in you, God, all right? Know that you were created in all his power. Get it? Okay, you're a creator. Okay, and it's costing you everything if you believe that you have to be agreeable, quiet, chosen, approved. Okay, you already are. I'm here to tell you right now, you already are. Okay, this episode breaks down why women are taught to fear being too much, how shrinking in relationships disconnects women from purpose, why approval is the most expensive currency women trade, what scripture actually says about bold called women. You're going to hear it today. Why playing small is not humility, it's disobedience. And how faith-led women threaten the systems built on compliance. This message is for the women who feel the tension. You know you were made for more, okay? But you've been taught to contain it. You hold it in. Maybe you show it only in private. No, okay? Let us see who you are when the doors are closed, okay? That's how you build trust. That's how you connect with your people, your tribe, okay? Be who you are all the time. You know, I used to say to my kids and different people I know, like, why won't you do this with the cameras on? You know, people want to know who you are. Who are you when the cameras are off? We want to know you're the same. Okay, there's a lot of lack of trust out there in the world. And this is a huge opportunity for people to take advantage of it and share who you are, who you really, truly are, your authentic self, okay? We're going to talk about it today. And I want you to know that if you're a faith-driven woman, if you grew up in any religious institution, I think that's incredible. But I want you to know that there's a lot of things I might share with you today that they don't teach in religion. They might teach something completely opposite, which ends up causing you to feel shame. And I don't want you to feel shame. You shouldn't feel shame, okay? So let's go. This message is for the woman who feels, I already said that part. It should go away once I've said it. Just keeping it real, okay? This episode is going to challenge you. It will anchor you in truth, and it will call you higher. So you'll either love what I have to say, and it will give you peace inside, or you'll be like, oh, I hate her. Hate's a strong word. I might just be a mirror, okay? Why this message matters now. The lie women were taught about safety, fear of being too much, shrinking in relationships. Don't shrink in relationships. Playing it small for approval. Why this is spiritual, not just emotional. We are in spiritual warfare right now. Okay? So many people are just being faced with so many things. Shame, guilt, fear, lack of trust, so many things. And I want you to know that I'm someone that you can rely on, that you can trust, that I will tell you the truth. Okay? You might hear something different from me than you've heard from anyone else. Because guess what? I'm one of a kind. But so are you. All right? Biblical women who didn't play safe. We're going to talk about them. What playing it safe actually costs. A call to faith-led courage. And final change to women. Okay? So, most women are failing because they aren't failing because they're lazy. It's dark in this room. I wish I had more light. Let's be real. Okay? They're failing because they were trained to play it safe. Do you ever feel that? Do you feel like you just want to let it all out? Like you have all these burning desires in you and you just want to shine that bright light that you feel in your soul. Okay? That's who you are. That is who you are. That's who Yahweh made you to be. Do not hold back. That is the most incredible thing that you can do, is let that light shine exactly the way you are. And you know what? The world needs to see it. They need to hear what you have to say. They need to hear your experience. We are all unique. And that's what makes it so amazing. So don't fear if you feel this inside and you think, oh, I can't share that, or I can't do that, or I can't, you hear that voice, okay? That's the little devil angel that's telling you that you have to hold back. But you don't have to hold back. Let it shine. That's who Yahweh made you to be. And he gave you those unique gifts so you could connect with those just like you, okay? That share those same gifts, that share those same connections, that share those experiences, the mindset. We all have like different stories, but sometimes those unique stories tie us together. And so we can connect with others. We're relatable to others. And so that's why it's so important that you share that. People need connection right now more than anything. So don't hold it back. And you know what? You will live so much more alive. It's liberating. Okay? It's freedom. I just want you to do it. And if you do something new that you've never done before, I want you to share it with me. I want you to tag me on Instagram, whatever it is, okay? You can find me at The Real Tina Parker. Okay, so if you've been playing it safe in your words, safe in your dreams, safe in your bodies, safe in your faith, safe in your relationships, I bet your husband, if you really let go and you showed him the real animal in you, he would be like, what? Who are you? And he wouldn't be able to get enough of you. You know, that's what love should be. It should be spontaneous. It should be fun. It should be hot. Okay, ladies? So don't be hiding in your relationships. And safety has become the place where callings go to die. Okay? I don't want you to die. And I don't want your calling to die. I don't want your spirit to die. You've got to be real. Okay? You've got to be alive. There is no other better way to live. I promise. Okay? The lie women were taught. Women were taught, don't be too loud. Don't be too confident. Don't intimidate. Sometimes your light is so bright, that alone could either intimidate people. But you know what? Usually what it does is it brings people that want to be closer to you. They're like, I don't know what it is about this person, but I just want to get next to her. So be that, okay? That's why you have to let it shine. It's magnetic. It's irresistible. Something irresistible. Oh, wait, no. How does that song go? I'm going to look it up and I'm going to make it real to it. I've got it on the tip of my tongue. Oh my gosh. We'll go back to that. I'll tell you tomorrow. Don't outgrow the room. That's what they're telling you, okay? You can outgrow the room. I'm here to tell you that right now. Don't upset the balance. Oh, you know what? I'm going to rock the boat, okay? Watch yourself. I'll rock the boat, okay? They told you, it told them to stand. Playing it safe was never faith. I don't know if you guys grew up in a religious home or whatever, but a lot of times I feel like, because I grew up, you know, like learning about different faiths, and I noticed there was a difference between my house and the homes that grew up with faith in their home. Not that it was anything wrong, but it was so quiet, and it was almost like I would look at them like, are you just dying inside? Like, don't you want to just like come alive? Come alive. Have you heard that song? Isn't that from The Showman? I love it. Okay. It was all conditioning. That was all conditioning. Hold your arms. Hold your arms. Okay. Don't talk. Be quiet. You know there's a lot of you out there. All right. That's not who Yahweh made you to be. Okay. That's why there was something inside of you that just felt like you had to share that part of you in hiding, because you were raised that was not the way to be. It is the way to be. It almost feels like rebellion, but it's not. It's who you are. Okay, let's talk about the phase or phrase women hear their entire lives. You're too much. I'm here to tell you, I have been called everything. You're weird. You know, like I might scare people sometimes if I hear something and I laugh really loud. I might dance funky. I mean, there's so many things I've heard. Like, you're weird. I've heard you're weird so many times. And at first it used to bother me. And then I was like, you know what? Weird is actually a cool thing. I'm going to lean into my weird. Okay? And I think you should too. Maybe you're too opinionated, too confident, too disciplined, too passionate. I'm very passionate. I can get passionate. How about you? Too aware. Being aware is very intelligent. Okay? What that really means is you make other people uncomfortable. Well, we wouldn't want to do that. Don't make people uncomfortable. You know what? If people get uncomfortable, it's because you're stirring something up inside of them. Okay? And we should make them. It's okay to stir things up in people. It's not a bad thing. If it stirs something up in them, it gives them a moment to, I'm not saying to be hurtful, okay? So don't get my words twisted. I'm just saying be you. Be you. And if it makes them feel uncomfortable, that's something within them that is holding them back, okay? Because I'm being true to me. Whatever that, I mean, you know, like if whatever I'm doing bothers you, and the same goes for you, whatever you're doing, if it bothers other people, then that is something within them that they get to work on. But they don't realize that they needed to work on it. It's amazing how that works. Okay, that's not a character flaw. I want you to know that. That's a signal. Women who are too much are usually women who are fully alive. How dare you be fully alive? Well, guess what? I'm going to be. And you should be too. Okay? Here's the shrinking in relationships, what it looks like. This one can be painful and is very common. Women shrink by softening their standards, lowering their voice, ignoring intuition, tolerating confusion, staying quiet to keep the peace, And here's the truth no one tells you. Any relationship that requires you to shrink will eventually require you to disappear. Let me say that again. Any relationship that requires you to shrink, that means your job. Any relationship that requires you to shrink, if you cannot live in your own true identity. Now, I'm not saying, there's a time and a place for some things, but I'm saying, you can't, if you like to take your clothes off, okay, you can't take your clothes off at work. Okay, there's a time and a place. But I'm just, if you're confident in yourself, you know what? You should probably just be an entrepreneur if that's the case. You shouldn't work for someone else. You can work for yourself. You can do something else, okay? Any relationship that requires you to shrink will eventually require you to disappear. God does not call women to disappear to be loved. Okay? So anyone that makes you feel like you have to disappear, that's not coming from God. Okay? He doesn't call women to disappear. Playing small for approval. Approval is the most expensive drug women are given. Approval is the most expensive drug women are given. Women play small when they wait to be chosen. You gotta wait to be chosen. Seek permission. Need validation to move. Adjust their truth to be liked. Here's what Scripture says, and it's clear. Am I now trying to win the approval of human beings or of God? Okay. And if you read the scriptures about the women in the Bible, you will learn so much more about them that they did not teach in religion. Approval-based women are easy to manage. Faith-led women are not. Here's the spiritual issue with this. This is not just emotional, it is spiritual. Fear keeps women obedient. So if anyone makes you feel fearful or they attack you out of fear, they're doing it to keep you obedient. Okay? Obedient women keep systems intact. But bold women, awakened women, faith-anchored women, they change families. They disrupt culture. They raise discerning children. They don't comply quietly. That's why courage is always attacked. So whenever you have the courage to be bold or to speak up or to do something that's unique and do something that maybe no one has seen you do before, and they're like, how dare she? Okay, that's your courage will be attacked sometimes. Don't let it. Okay, you got to fight that shiz off. Okay, biblical women do not play it safe. Esther, you guys study Esther, okay? She risked her life. Deborah led a nation. I'm a little bit of all of them, just so you know. Mary Magdalene, is it Magdalene? She spoke the truth first. None of them were safe. All of them were obedient. Faith is not passive. Faith is courageous alignment. Here's what playing it safe costs. Playing it safe costs women their voice, their confidence, their calling, their peace, their legacy. Your children you need to leave a legacy. We don't talk about that enough. Okay? What are your children going to remember you for? What are the generations after you going to say about you? Or do you not care? Do you not want a legacy? You want them to say, oh, she was so quiet and sweet. She never, she never got out of line. She never spoke her true feelings. I never want people to say that about me. No, I'm going to let you know how I feel. Okay, and eventually, there's self-respect. You don't get to keep your calling and your comfort. One will demand a sacrifice. There's a sacrifice for everything. What are you willing to sacrifice? You might have to stand alone. You might have to sacrifice leaving a relationship, many relationships. You might have to lose everything. You might have to give up bad food. Actually, I would say that's a good thing. All of these things are really good. They're great opportunities for you to become the absolute best version of yourself. Okay? They will all demand, the best version of you will demand sacrifice in all areas. So don't let it scare you. Get excited about that because it is liberating. It is to know that you are badass enough to sacrifice things to become the best version of yourself. Comfort makes me feel icky. Did you know that? How does it make you feel when you're just comfortable? Or when you do something you haven't ever done before and you're those things that you're like, I can't even believe I just did that. It is the best feeling in the world. Think about that. Every time that you're sitting in a comfort or you talk yourself out of doing something, remind yourself about the times that you did do something and you got through it, how incredible it felt. Because I want you to know that what they're trying to do is they want you to be comfortable. They want you to stay quiet. They want you to be compliant. They want you to shrink. They don't want you to be your true identity because you know what? It's a threat to their power. But you have your own power. So step into that. You were called to be faithful. Do you think Yahweh, when you were brought here in that conversation that you had he said, I'm going to send you to earth, you know? And I just want you to hang out, chill on the couch. Don't do anything. You can have a family, but don't have a legacy. Don't be bold. No, I think you shouldn't be bold. I think you should just be there. Just do whatever you want. Don't sacrifice anything. Don't be a light. Don't tell the truth. Don't share what you really feel. Don't dance. Okay? Just play it safe. He didn't have that conversation with you. The world conditioned you to that. All right. Faith sometimes looks like speaking when it's uncomfortable, leaving when it's familiar, standing when it's lonely, and being misunderstood without backing down. Okay, here's the final charge. If you feel restless, there's something in you, okay? There comes a time in different times in our life, it's like this leveling up, that you will feel this like, it's a feeling of, I want more. You can have more of everything. And you feel this feeling inside of you, and it just feels like it's a pressure. It feels pressure, and it feels uncomfortable, and it feels like you're going to burst at the seams if you don't do something. That's how it feels. And it's a restless feeling, okay? It's not rebellion. It's remembrance. You are remembering who you truly are, your true identity. You are remembering that you are supposed to have more, do more, be more, and become the best version of you based on what you've experienced. What are your talents? What are experiences that you had that you could pay it forward and serve others and help them through their times? Okay, that's when you're feeling that, take note of that. Maybe write the feelings down. Playing it safe isn't humility. It's fear dressed up as wisdom. And fear that never built a legacy. Oh, and fear has never built a legacy. Anyone that sits in fear, they didn't do anything. Look at all the greats out there, okay? A lot of them came from nothing, but they became restless. They knew they were made for more. And the fear they got to a point where they didn't allow the fear to hold them back anymore. All of them felt fear at the beginning. Okay? I want you to quit shrinking. Okay? Stop waiting. Stop apologizing. Your calling doesn't need permission. All right? I hope that touched you. I hope I said something that kind of shook something up in you. You felt something. Maybe things that you've felt but didn't know how to put into words. Whatever it is. Okay? I hope you felt something. But I hope you remember this episode. I hope you remember what I said. I hope you come back to it if you need to hear it again. I hope you share this with someone else that you know that needs to hear it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I appreciate you for joining. Have an incredible rest of your day. Love you.